hell yes. Alright, so this is definitely happening. Customer just came here, he liked the idea. This is not the turbo we're gonna use, neither that one, but that one is roughly the size we're gonna use just for the purpose of illustration and how they look like. This one was to illustrate another option that I may go for, you may have go for, which was the single, big single, much bigger than this one, right in the middle, but that will rob way more space to the back, and we want to obviously save space because it's still a camper van, though this is not the main purpose of the van to be a camper van, but still a camper van. So we go in twin turbos. We're gonna get, I think, 2 symmetric Garretts each side, so I'm quite happy. I'm really happy. And like I said, the air filter is gonna be here. This space is just asking for the big air filter to feed the turbo one another. The pipes, I don't know, I'm gonna make them cross each other or do like one from here and around here. I don't know. This is later on. For now, I'm planning my exhaust manifolds, choosing the right materials and amount and all the stuff, looking for the flanges, and yeah, that's it. I think I'm gonna get the material probably this week, and I'm hoping to find the flanges available. I don't have to laser cut them or get the company to cut them for me. If they are available already, then I get them with the express shipping or whenever they are. Then we see what the flanges are on the turbos. I'll try to get them on the V-bands because they look cool and it's easy to fit, and it's easy actually to make a merge collector 6-into-1 on the V-band because it's all nice and round. And let's not forget, we're trying to make this exhaust manifolds and the whole turbo system to look good as well as working good. So I would rather have them on the V-bands. Yeah, that's it. And another thing, the plan is probably to put a big intercooler, like I said, in the floor before the engine bay, inside the engine bay, maybe behind, but not on the wall on the engine bay, but under it, flat radiator. I'll need to see if that's possible, if that's reasonable, and if it yes, then great, because the engine bay we're gonna clean everything, remove everything that is not necessary. The engine, where the loom for the lights and everything is gonna be nice and new, hidden, and then it's gonna be surprised under the bonnet, because obviously inside the original engine bay, under the bonnet, it's free space, so we're gonna make something stupid about it. Morning everyone, here we go again. Econoline update. You've seen the engine in the middle, all that stuff. This is all not new for you because you already seen all the videos. If you haven't, go have a look because it's quite interesting and cool. But this video is about the update. I was waiting nearly a week, well, not nearly a week, quite soon, but we got some goodies coming down. Yep. So where should we start? First of all, bit of tea, green tea. Close that up. Second of all, bit of a sweet. So I'm a sweet guy. No, not gonna waste that. First of all, this. This is a cutting blade for stainless. This is what I used to do to cut stainless for the exhaust manifolds. This is beautiful because it cuts very quick and is a cold cut, so you can cut this bend straight and everything very quickly. There's no heat transfer into it, there's no abrasive anything. It's just beautiful. The only downside, this stuff is expensive, and it only lasts you for about, I would say, 2 exhaust manifolds, obviously depending on what exhaust manifold is. If it's a 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder or V8 or whatever, but roughly it lasts you for about 2 4 cylinders exhaust manifolds. So in this case I may need another one of these. Now back in the day when I used to use them, when I used to be flat out on exhaust manifolds, they used to be about 180 pounds each. Now you can find them for like 100 quid, so way more affordable. They're beautiful, but let's put this away. Now, I'm sorry for chewing up the sweet, but I'm very excited. I need some sugar. Now, for the exhaust manifolds, I use 316 stainless, Shadow 10. I used to use 304, but 304 develops a superficial rust. It will never go rust through, but it will develop superficial rust. So when you go through the heat cycles, it will look rusty, even if it isn't, but on the in the surface it is. It looks bad. Now, I don't use a different grade of stainless, 316 instead of 304, just because of the look. I use it because 316 retains the energy way more. It doesn't transmit the energy as fast as a 304. What that means is that heat is energy. When it goes inside, the 316s retain the energy more inside. What it transmits to is that the hot gases going out of your cylinder head are gonna reach the turbo hotter than if this was in 304, because this doesn't lose as much energy as 304. Now, what happens when the exhaust gases reaching your turbo are hotter? As any other gas, almost any other gas, when it's heated, it increases the volume. So the hotter the gas, the more volume of it. And we all know what happens to the turbo when you have more volume of the gas. It spins your turbo slightly quicker. So just by using a different material, when you build an exhaust manifold, you increase or decrease your turbo spool. You hear that right? Maybe not a big difference, but there is. Also, this is slightly stronger than 304. It is more dense as a material, so it has a little bit more elasticity, and it's slightly more difficult to work with. When you cut it, you can feel it's slightly harder, but you're able to use Shadow 10 instead of Shadow 40. Shadow 40 is thicker wool. This is thinner wool, not much, but slightly thinner. So the exhaust manifold is going to weigh less. It is quicker to cut it. It is easier to weld, to have a full penetration. It increases your turbo spool, and it looks awesome. Now, after that information, this is another thing. This is the first time we actually were doing the exhaust manifold in this way, because I never pay attention on the way it looks. Because usually when you use 316, which will never rust, it's a nice, not shiny, but stainless. When you do TIG welding, it looks good because it gives you all the colors, like a goldish, purple, red, blue, and all that stuff. Everyone likes it. However, this is the finish of it. It's very coarse. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it's very coarse. When you use a thin wool stainless, usually it's polished. But we can't have them polished in this because it just no one makes them. So we ordered this time, we ordered them polished. So there was a kid there, probably whole weekend, polishing them up by hand. So each of these pipes, or each of these elbows, had to be polished by hand. And I have to show you because they've done an incredible job. Because from this being very cold, so you have to remove quite a lot of material to get to smooth it down. And look at the result. It's nearly mirror polished. This is good. This is very good. So now we apply obviously the welds and all that stuff. This will look beautiful. I'm very excited about this. So, and we got a couple of bands of this, the whole pack. Now let's put this down because we talked about this enough, and go to the next goodies, to the next package. Let's put it away safely. You don't want them to roll on the ground because on the floor you're going to scratch. So whoa, no pressure, right? Now here. Oh yes. Now, first of all, we went for Garrett turbos because obviously the quality, and this job has to be all top quality, so there was no brainer. Now, the turbo supplier for us, it was a guys from w12. It's a good company. I just spoke with the guys this morning because I picked them up this morning. I dropped my daughter to school and I drove in my camper van there actually to pick them up. And I met them in person. Very nice people, very knowledgeable. Usually in this industry there's a lot of bollocking, there's a lot of bollocks, you know, there's a lot of myths people talking about. And sometimes you come across people who actually know what they're doing, and these guys really seems to know what they're doing. I think they specialize in the Volkswagens, in 1.8 turbo engines and all the surroundings. They build race cars, truck cars and all that stuff, so thumbs up for them. Actually there is a sticker here, I don't know if the camera picks up from them, w12. However, I'm gonna put a link to them, to their shop and all their contacts if you want to check out what they're doing. They really do a nice job, so it's worth checking them out. And I'm actually was surprised how good these 1.8 Volkswagen Audi engines are, which, you know, I went K24 for my car. If I knew how good the 1.8s are, because obviously I had some information, but it was mainly for the forums, people talking about, you know, that information is not very reliable. When I spoke with them, which they deal with them for years, they opened my eyes, they told me a couple of their secrets and the stuff they know about these engines and the gearboxes and the clutches and all that stuff and the hydraulic system. It is much better than I was expecting. So if I was going back in time, I would probably have used one of these 1.8s into my swap instead of K24. Well, now as I got it to a K24, I'll go that direction, but you know, it's just much cheaper. But let's not talk about my K24 swap. Let's talk about Project Gentleman and the turbos we ordered for it. Now, haven't opened this. You've seen it. This is the first time opening. I have actually I haven't checked if there's a turbo inside. There could be brakes inside. I'm kidding. I'm not. Let's check it out. All right, off you go. Turbine kit. Yeah, well, let's do it one per time. Okay, this is the first box. Let's open it up. So we got the first V-band clamp, and here already you can see it's a very nice quality. Very nice. Good. I like it already. The smaller one. Good stuff. I like it. Beautiful nuts, self-locking nuts for them. Quality as well. You want all these small things that make difference, you know. This is where the excitement comes from. Simply beautiful. We use a lot of different turbos. I use quite a lot of Borg Warners and Horset turbos. Horset turbos, they well known for their strength. You can't kill those. But you cannot deny the genuine Garrett quality stuff and machining. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. 0.92, just if you wonder it. Beautiful. Let's go ahead though. Let's put this on the side for now. Left side. Let's put this down. I don't want to drop it. again, first time opening. So again, it could be bricks inside. Just kidding, but not. Let's put on the side for now. Let's put on the side for now. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I get excited all the stuff, obviously the usual gaskets and all that stuff. Let's leave it in for now. This on the side. Oh, sorry, run your nose, it's winter. You can hear the heater going on, but it's not doing a great job at the moment, to be honest. This is like Christmas. This is not my stuff and I'm excited about it. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Made in Mexico. There's even a plug for the speed sensor, there's a plug for the vacuum and pressure, sorry. She is just gorgeous. Look at that thing. Just look at it. Absolutely beautiful. Billet wheel and everything. I mean, I don't know if the camera picks it up or not, but you know, I'm getting excited, like sexually excited. I'm not kidding you. This is beautiful. This is, for guys like us, this is porn. This is true porn. It's just, you know, I got no words. But this is not finished. You already know we have two turbos. However, there is something you don't know. So let me show you. One, let's put this on the side for a second, alright? Just here. I'll show you why. All three V-bands. Third one is there. Let's put them here all together. Now some of you may already notice something different on this one. If you haven't yet, I take it out, this whatever it is, protective layer of plastic. And have you noticed anything yet? Same thing, right? Well, not quite. Two turbos, not identical. Let me get a compressor out, I'll put it on and I'll show you if you haven't noticed that yet. You should be able though, if you have a good eye, or if you've seen my videos before, you know what this is about. If you haven't, wait another few seconds. Oh, that is just, I could do this all day long. I could just generally change my work, change my job, and just be the guy who unpacks the turbos. This is just beautiful. All right, ready? You know what? Let's put them both this way. Notice anything at all? This is not the same turbo. Look at it. You see? It's reverse rotation. So they're symmetrical setups. Because we're running V12, is a V engine, to not having two different turbo systems. This is completely symmetrical. So this turbo is gonna be mounted this way. Just make an example. And this turbo is gonna be mounted this way. So we're paying pretty much some extra to have them. One of them is a reverse rotation. I don't even know which one because I'm so excited. I just want to go in the toilet and have a sex with myself. I shouldn't say that on YouTube, right? And but this is just beautiful. I mean, what else can I say? It is what it is. I love it. I absolutely love this project. I mean, if you know me, that you know I've been in the industry for over 20 years doing this job, but then something very bad happened to me, health-wise, and it took me a very long time to recover and to bring the business from nearly bankruptcy. But I was not having this. I couldn't get a business bankrupt and all that stuff because I achieved way too much. I was not having that. So I brought the business back in the level, and I kind of left the industry because I lost interest in doing turbo system and building race cars and doing all of this. It was no fun for me anymore. I had no pleasure anymore. I used to wake up in the morning and say, oh, not again. And I always promised myself I will never do a job that I feel like I don't want to do it in the morning. Talking generally, not liking the job anymore. And I always said, if I don't like it, if I wake up one morning and say, not anymore, I don't like it, I will stop doing that. And that's exactly what happened. So I've decided to do lorry driving. Many of you don't know, but I've done my lorry license because I always, since as a kid, I always dreamed to driving lorries. And I said, you know what, I can achieve my dream, I can see how it is, I can just drive one just as a general walk and see if I still like it. Because obviously when you're a kid, you see everything beautiful, but then you actually do the job, it may turn out to be crap. So I get involved, and I've done it for a year, and I absolutely loved it. And there was no chance anyone would pull me out of the lorries job for the peace of mind I had back into this. And I was wrong until this friend of mine called me up and said, look, I may have something that you may be interested. I know you're not doing this anymore, but just listen me up. And my reaction was like, mate, this is stupid. This is like pointless, stupid, crazy. I like it, I'm in. And what do you know? A week after, I resigned from my job. Very good company. Now I make a video about them. They liked it. They say, oh, doors are always open for you if you want to come back. Very nice. But now, I don't know if you noticed, but on the latest videos, I'm always smiling. I can't stop it. I'm just loving this stuff. I'm just back in the workshop, completely enthusiastic again because of this stuff. Because again, I got the possibility and a chance to build something crazy. It is pointless, but does it have a point? I mean, something like this doesn't have to have a point. I mean, what's the point having a race car time attack with a big diesel engine inside? There's no point, that's stupid, but it's fun. And you have to remember, all the racing, all of this stuff, the main purpose is to have fun, is to enjoy yourself, because we're working from morning to afternoon, 5, 6, sometimes even 7 days a week, some people. I do it sometimes. Why are you doing all of this? Just to get a house and get old inside? No, we do it just to enjoy the life. And for some people like us, enjoying the life is getting involved in the motorsport at different kind of levels. Doing road racing, illegal, not moral, but it happens. If you love it, if you're safe, do it. Drag racing, do it if you love to do it. Not always you can achieve the goals. You may not be able to compete with the big boys, big guys, having fun with that stuff. It doesn't matter. But I've seen kids, people building race cars, truck cars, fast cars on the driveways, spending all the money they have. People saying, why are you blowing all your money on something like this? Why not? It makes me happy. And if it makes me happy, that's the purpose of living in this bloody world, right? I mean, I wasn't thinking this way all my time, but when I nearly lost my life, I understood there was something very, very wrong in my life, and that's why I choose to step away and do something that makes me happy. And believe it or not, building race cars, building competition cars, competition turbo systems, it wasn't fun anymore for me. I enjoyed way more driving lorries. Completely different thing, right? But I do love them. And so that's the purpose of the life, you know, in my eyes. And this is one of the reasons I actually love doing my job. And I'm back in a workshop, completely enthusiastic, and I completely love it. And I don't know what's gonna happen after. People saying what your plans are. I don't know, to be honest. I'm gonna finish this project. We already have the next one booked in, which is not as crazy, but no, it is crazy. It is crazy. It's less pointless though. It has a very good point, and you can very nicely use it with the whole family and all the stuff. But it is crazy. If it wasn't crazy, I wouldn't do it. I only agree on the stuff that I really enjoy doing, and so it's one of them. I'm not gonna go into that detail because you have to wait, you know, because plans changes, all this stuff. We have to finish this one first, and this was gonna take a long time. This is only a small portion of that project. I mean, twin turbo and a w12 Bentley engine for me is a pleasure. It's not gonna take that long. But then we have to redesign the whole rear suspensions. We have to completely custom build a good front suspension, including hubs, brakes, and everything. Everything I'm gonna make custom. So it's a pleasure just thinking about it. I'm excited. Difficult? Fuck yes. It's challenging, but that's where the fun comes from. If you let me do something I already done 100 times, yeah, I can do it. It will be just a job. This is passion. Now, right now, I'm not working. I'm enjoying myself. I'm loving this. I mean, if I had all the money in the world, I would still do this for pleasure. So I'm doing this. I'm doing something for pleasure, something that I really enjoy, and someone actually pay me for this. This is the goal. In my eyes, this is the goal of the life. Just doing something that you love to do, getting paid for it, means you're actually not working. So yeah, it's good. And then, you know, when that fun stops, like it did a few years ago for me, I went lorry driving and I absolutely loved it. And then this brought me back, and again enthusiastic again. So I don't know, I can't push this enough. It's just, I'm just loving this to 100 times. I don't know even how to describe it, you know, but it is beautiful. However, we haven't stopped unpacking stuff. This is only the turbos. Now, once we got the boost and the turbos in place, we have to control the boost somehow, right? And obviously, how do you control it with? You control it with one of these. Let me put this on the side for a second. I'm gonna plug them up later on. I'm gonna leave them on because I think Steve is gonna arrive in a minute, and he is gonna have his small sexual reaction with them on his own, I'm pretty sure. So leave them here for now, actually here, because they look very cool. And that's another one, Turbo Smart, supplied again from Budget 5. So very happy with that. Very quick. Budget 5, there you go. They even include the stickers. And you know what? We're gonna probably put them on. I don't really usually put the stickers on the cars because it's a kind of a myth. And this may be heartbreaking from you guys, but I'm gonna give you a secret. Stickers actually don't add any horsepower to your engine. I thought they would, and it's a common knowledge that they do. The more stickers you have, the faster you go, but they actually don't. Did you know that? Probably don't, probably not, but now you do. So, as usual, yes, I use plenty of fake Chinese copies of them, and they work good, don't take me wrong, they don't work bad. But on something like this, I can't take the risk. I want something quality, a big company behind my shoulders to guarantee this is gonna work good. Because this is gonna be nearly 1,000 brakes engine, if not 1,000. So, you know, you want quality stuff, and well, this is quality. This is beyond the quality, this is beautiful quality. This is very nice. Body code, 50mm gate, Turbo Smart Pro gate 50. There you go. The machining and everything, it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. And obviously you got this goes inside there, in says, and then you got all the V-bands, small V-bands, and then it's just nuts. So it's just you know, this is exactly what you expect when you spend this much money. I mean, this stuff is expensive. This is not cheap, but it's definitely worth the money. I mean, if you look at the quality of the machining and the materials and everything, it is worth the money. I mean, yes, it is. So I'm not gonna unpack the other one because it's completely identical. They on the old symmetrical, there's nothing to be not symmetrical, so there you go, depending how you put them on. We have two of them, obviously. There you go. Well, I guess now is the time to build the exhaust manifolds, and before we build the exhaust manifolds, I have to build the merge collectors, and I have to still source the V-band flange that goes on the turbos because we don't have one. So we're gonna have to source one from Garrett, but I heard they're quite slow on the delivery, so I'm thinking I could just make one, get something close to that size, and then machine it down or whatever. I'm gonna see what my options are, but yeah, so far so good. You know the date. However, there's another part that arrived, very minor, nothing that excited, but let me get me out from the tripod and I show you. Genuine Honda. It's like, what's that? What's that? Wait. As you know, I'm doing my K24 turbo swap in my MR2 at some point when I got the time between all these big projects, so it's gonna take some time. And I thought the EP3 engine mount bracket will fit this engine mount because, you know, the story about them, they were wrong for this engine. I'm not saying I've been scammed, but nearly so. And this engine mount bracket doesn't fit because this hole here obviously doesn't fit the engine. So let's see if this one will fit, or if that was another mistake. Here's some oil that gun, I think. Yeah, you can tell they're quite different. You see, when you put them on the top, you see that this place, this thing is in a different place. So basically the position of that mount will be in a different position where it should be. It will not match the chassis. I can already tell this should fit. So yeah, the longer one goes there. Show you the short one. There you go. So this fits, and this fits. This may be too long, let's try it. But this didn't fit, remember? Because it's shorter. So that's good. Okay. This is good. This, I don't want to force it, maybe too long. I have to check, don't want to force anything. And then this one goes on the top here, which with the bolts obviously, and it actually is in a different position. So happy days. Now I actually have all the bits that I needed to build this, well, to put this engine in my MR2 Spider, which obviously gonna have a turbo on it. We're aiming about, I don't know, anything between 400 and 600 brakes. It all depending on how we're gonna build a turbo system. I'm planning on running on race fuel, so maybe 600 safe. But again, we're gonna see, because I don't know if I'm gonna open the engine, change the con rods, do the piston gaps, all the stuff or not. We'll see, because obviously my time is very limited because I'm busy with this stuff, and this is just a small pleasure on the side. But I'm not planning anything at the moment. For now, I just want to get all the bits, and then we'll see. So, but I can just show you that all the mounts are already there. This is the gearbox mount, that's another gearbox mount. I already have my exhaust flange in stainless, because obviously we're going to build exhaust manifold for it. But to build exhaust manifold, I have to have the engine inside the chassis first, because that only then I can work up the turbo position. And the plenum is on the way. Yeah, I know I didn't build my own plenum for now, just give me some time. You know, I've been doing engine swaps for long time now, and you know, I could fit this engine in my car without a problem. But having that all that job, all that development and measurements and all that stuff done, and engine mounts ready to drop them in, that is a huge time saving for me. And for me at this moment, time is the biggest issue. So if I can save it somehow, even paying for it, I'm for it. I'm up for it. So that's good. However, yes, there you go. Turbos everywhere. Turbo. That's a Volvo. That's gonna be soon, because Steve just bought 2 engines. Oh, this is another thing. We were planning to run 2-liter engine, right? And that's supposed to be a 2-liter engine. I mean, I'm holding the camera for the whole tripod, so this is how excited I am. He was planning to run 2-liter engine, Volvo engine, B230. Then I bought my K24, and now he will never say that, never admit that, but I'm suspecting he was, you know what, I want a 2.5. So he bought 2 Penta engines, 2.5 liter, and I don't know what he's gonna do with them, but he's got 2 of them. And I say, do you need 2 of them? May I have one? You say yes. Now, I'm not gonna tell you where the other engine goes, because I don't want to mix too much. I don't want to plan anything and then everything's gonna change. However, yes, we got the MX-5 2.5 liter turbo. We got the S14 time attack car, truck car, grip race car, whatever you want to call it, with the big turbo diesel in. We got the Econoline with the Bentley Super Sport, 600 free brakes, top of the line, engine and transmission, burning very nice turbo system for it. And then we just started. So I'm gonna be around the workshop for quite a long time, I think. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoy making them. So see you soon.